I've always been different. I was always either to this for that group or to that for this group. I never totally fit in. Even in places where you would think I would fit in, I didn't. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather be different than be basic. I had this idea to do an album. I've been writing songs since I was a kid. I've been singing since I was a kid, and I love doing it. I figured it would be a piece of cake. I had a lot to learn. My 21st birthday is in less than 30 minutes. I'm gonna say that again. My 21st birthday is in less than 30 minutes. That's a huge, such a blessing. And I hope to achieve, I know I can't achieve everything that I want to achieve in a year and I have to still grow, but I really hope to achieve a lot of what I want to do and accomplish a lot. Just, I'm excited. All the emotions are coming to me. I always get emotional on my birthday, so I know this is not going to be any different. I'm just so thankful for everything I have, and I thank God for everything I have, really. This is day one of the Phoenix Project, and today is the day of the photo shoot for the Phoenix album. But before I get into that, I want to show you guys something that I got today that I thought was really interesting. I don't know if you guys can read that, but it says big things coming in the future, only a matter of time. And I thought that was interesting because it's a fortune cookie, and I just opened it and it said that, and I was like, wow, my album is coming in the future very soon, actually 2012. And I just felt like it was talking about that. But this photo shoot is for my album, The Phoenix, and the photo shoot is really going to tell the story of my life through pictures in a really creative and artistic way. And it's also going to have to be as tough as the actual album. I want the photo shoot, I want the pictures and the photos to be as good as the album, because I'm going to bring it with this album and I'm going to bring it with this shoot, because I want to give you guys a full package of everything. I don't want you to just listen, but I want you to see and touch, and so that's what I'm trying to do with this project. I finally came to the decision that I'm gonna make an album. I'm so excited about that. This is my very first album. I can't freaking wait. I decided I'm not gonna wait for anybody to sign me. I'm not gonna wait for the right audition. I'm not gonna wait for anything. I'm gonna do this myself. And it's long, long overdue. I should have done it a long time ago. Happy New Year, guys. Celebrate, be responsible, be wiser, take everything as a learning experience, and continue to grow as a person. Because I know that's what I'm gonna do, definitely. And just enjoy 2000. There's 3 minutes left. Just enjoy these last few minutes of 2011, and here's to 2012, which is gonna be a great, great, great year. I know it is. Happy New Year. If I had to use one word to describe what inspired this album, I would say life. Plain and simple. I've lived. I've really lived. I I did everything. Well, not everything, but I went to museums. I explored New York City. I've been living in New York City my whole life, and to finally get a chance to really see you know, just about every corner of New York City was pretty amazing. I got a chance to meet people. I dated. Um, you know, I learned a lot about myself in these past couple months, I learned a lot about friendship. All those things, I mean, and not just those things, but everything's since my, when I was young and my whole life has really inspired this album. I put everything that I know from my personal experience into this album, and I mean, every single song, it comes from the heart, um, and it comes from a real place that has happened in my life, and I'm sure it has happened in, y'all's life too. The reason why the name of this album is The Phoenix is because from an early age, um, I've always loved the story of the phoenix. I've always loved the story of rising out of your ashes to become greater and to become better, um, and not letting anything keep you down. You always rise back up, and that's just so powerful to me. And I consider myself a phoenix. Um, I believe only the true phoenixes out there, the true survivors, rise up and become, better and keep going. It, it's it's the it's the you know pick yourself up and try again story. But it's just a little different because I used the idea of a bird, a mythical bird, um, and I'm into all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's why this album is called The Phoenix, and it's the beginning. It's really the beginning. There's gonna be songs on this album that are up tempo. There's gonna be love songs. There's gonna be songs that'll make you laugh, songs that'll make you cry, songs that'll make you feel. You know what I'm saying? That's really my goal with this album, is to make people feel what I'm singing about. And hopefully you guys will really enjoy it. And I'm still in the middle of working on the songs, um, but the album will be out soon. Hello world, it's Garrett here, and I just wanted to talk about the process of making this album, The Phoenix. Um, it's not easy. One of the hardest jobs in the world is being an artist, and it's a lot of work. But I know I wouldn't trade it in for anything, and I know that a lot of other artists feel the same way. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. It's just a lot of work. I, especially when it's like you don't have a team of people with you. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of do it yourself kind of thing. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it's okay because it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. Today, the fortune cookie says, I just ripped it by accident. Anyway, says the world is always ready to receive talent with open arms. And that makes me feel really good because I've been working hard on this project, and really the album is writing itself. Michael Jackson said that music, and the the whole, structure of the songs and things like that, they don't come from him. They come from something else. They come from God. They come from something much more powerful than you and I. And that's so true. I feel like I didn't do anything because every night I go to sleep, ideas just come into my head out of nowhere, and it's funny. It's like it's literally right when I'm about to go to sleep. It's at the point, the point of when you're about to sleep and you feel like your consciousness is at like 2%, and you're about to just be unconscious and sleep and about to drift off. That's right when that moment is when the songs come into my head, and I'll get up and I'm like, oh, I gotta write this down. It sounds so good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this album has written itself. That, along with the life experiences that I've been experiencing, um, have put this album together. Because I didn't do anything. I feel like it's all from God, something much more powerful than me. But God is using me to put this music out there. So, and I hope you guys like it. I'm sure, according to my fortune cookie, you guys will like it. And I have 6 months because it's now June, and I want the album to come out in December. So I got work to do, back-breaking work to do. Talk to you later. It's December 2nd, 2012. I wanted to, put out my album this year, but it just didn't work out that way. And, I'm broke. I don't have any money. I don't have a job. And I'm not happy. My life isn't going the way I would like it to go. And I'm thankful for everything I have because I know I'm very, very fortunate and very blessed to have what I do have. Very blessed. And I have a lot more than a lot of people have, and I'm so thankful for that. And, I really don't take things for granted. And I'm thankful, very thankful. But I guess it might just be human nature to complain about what you don't have. And I'm not a materialistic person. I'm not like that. But I don't want much. I just want to put out this album and put out my music. I'm trying to make things happen, but it's just not going the way I'm planning it to. I feel like I have a lot of health issues. I really want to move. I'm not happy here, and I need a break. I think, well, I can speak for myself when I say that I need a break. I can't speak for everyone else. I imagine everyone needs a break from craziness sometimes, but I really do need a break and just need to get away and get my mind together because I'm just not happy. I'm about to be 22 years old, and I'm becoming a young man now, and I just wish certain things would just go at least a little bit like how would like it to. It's just been a really rough year. Today is 12/12/12, December 12th, 2012, at 12:05. Today I'm 22 years old. I feel like this year has just been a big test from God, just seeing how strong I am, seeing how far I can go. I've been through a lot. My birthday wish for myself is to just, as always, just continue to grow and become wiser and smarter and to learn from my mistakes and just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm only 22. I have a long, 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 long way to go and a lot to learn. I just gotta remember to keep an open mind and never become full. Just keep going. Always be open to learning. I'm just beginning. I'm just beginning.
12, 12, 12 equals 22.
I have many different influences. Tevin Campbell, Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Prince, Eartha Kitt, Maya Angelou, just to name a few. The Jackson family has had the biggest impact on me. They're like an extension of my family. They're all talented, and I was in awe of Michael Jackson from the moment I saw him. He was magic. He was my mentor, and it went beyond the form of art. He taught me how to be a good human being. And what I love the most about him was his ability to use his art as a social and environmental force. I changed my hair from braids to jerry curls. I used to get teased and called all kinds of names because of my hair. I used to get into arguments in high school because I was a fan of his. I would defend him and fight for him tooth and nail. In my last year of high school, I began working on a biopic of his life. One of my mentors, a woman by the name of Aviva Davidson, gave me a screenwriting book called Save the Cat by Blake Snyder. And that's how I was going to meet him. I knew he wanted to do films. I knew that's where his heart was. I even called his manager's office and was like, "Hi, my name is Garrett Wilson. Can you please tell Michael Jackson that I'm working on a biopic about his life and that I want him to direct it?" And they were like, "Okay, we'll let him know. Thanks." June 25th was a very exciting day for me. I just finished rehearsals for my high school graduation, and I was on my way home. I was blasting Earth Song in my headphones, which is the most beautiful song in the world to me. And that was nothing new because I was always doing that. I was always listening to that song in particular, in my headphones. As soon as I walked through the door, my mom said, "They're saying that Michael Jackson passed away." And I was like, "Yeah, right. Every week there's a story about him, but as I watched the news and, I saw how serious it was, and, I saw that they confirmed it, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't grasp it. I didn't even have time to grasp it, honestly, because I had to prepare for my graduation. I had to hand out tickets, I had to run some errands, but it wasn't until later that night when I got back that it hit me. I woke up from falling asleep and it must have been maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were playing his videos on TV. And I remember feeling like I was in the Twilight Zone. I remember thinking, what now? I was numb, and I was out of it. Later that morning, it started hitting me again. I just broke down. I didn't even want to go to my graduation. I just wanted to sit in my room all day. But because I was the first person in my family to graduate high school, I felt compelled to go. During the ceremony, the school band played his music, and they played Billie Jean. And everyone started looking at me and chanting, "Go Garrett, go Garrett, go Garrett." And I ran on that stage and moonwalked across the floor. I moonwalked across my graduation stage. Wow. Our college professor saw how much I was trying to hold it together, and she told me something that I'll never forget. She said, think of it as he got you this far, and now you have to do the rest. That really stuck with me. I'll never forget that spring. I'll never forget that summer. That whole year, really. Some people thought I should become an impersonator or tribute artist and take it far. Some people thought I shouldn't. I saw how sometimes impersonators, how sometimes they get egos and sometimes they start thinking that they are the artist. They start thinking that there's something that they're not. And it can get really ugly and it gets really competitive. And for me, it was always just an expression of love for MJ. And, you know, you'll always see his influence on me. It's really about finding your own within the influence. Study the grace to become your greatest self.
What's up, guys? It's me. It's been a while, I know. I'm finally in the studio. I'm finally recording. Feels so good to actually be in the studio. Before I was in the studio, I thought, you know, oh, I could easily just go in the studio, record a song, one take, you know, do the ad libs. It would be easy, you know, it would be no problem. But it's not. That's not the case at all. um, you know, I guess, and you know, I have time because I'm young, and this is like my first time in the studio, so um, you know, I have a lot to learn. It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be, you know, I can go in and just knock it out real quick. I'm learning, you know, I'm learning. So I have to learn that, you know, it's okay if I don't get everything in one take. But I also have to remember that I can't focus on one song for 5 sessions. I'm ready to do this. Hey, today's date is May 29th, 2013, and the phoenix has yet to rise. And as usual, life is happening, so I'm writing and just experiencing different things. I can't wait to get this done and show the world what I've been working on so hard. I'm not the same Garrett I was 3 months ago. I'm not the same Garrett I was 3 weeks ago, 3 hours ago, 3 minutes ago. I'm changing and I'm growing all the time. I just thought I'd give you guys a little update on my situation. I'll get it done. I know I will. Peace. It's March 13th, 2015, and I just needed to talk. You all know that I'm writing music and I'm working on all that, but I thought about like how, and that's great that I have that to fall back on because I always can do my own thing. I always can work on my own stuff, but it's a lot. It's like a huge help if I can work with, you know, an agency or something, you know what I mean? Like some company that can help me get further. Because right now I'm doing everything myself and I'm driving myself insane, completely insane. Because everything is on me and it's just so hard. It's so much work. And trying to balance everything with that, I think I've already reached my limit. So I'm just gonna pursue as for that, and by that I mean I'm gonna audition for a lot more stuff. You know how I feel about auditioning. I hate it completely, But I need to change, there comes a time there, or I can't even say this for everybody because some people are comfortable, but when you're comfortable you do not grow. When you're comfortable and everything, you play everything safe, you don't grow. And I'm not about to be damned if I do that. I need to just change and get off the block, and just a change of environment, even if it's just for a little while. I just need to get out. So that's why I've been auditioning for things that could help me possibly get, I'll be doing what I love, I'll be getting paid for it, and then I'll be able to get out of the city. I just need to get out of the city. I need to change. I'm starting to become this jaded person that I'm not, but it's because I'm unhappy here. I feel so backed up because I have not been able to do the things that I've been wanting to do, but if it, has a lot to do with money. And, I try not to rely on as many people as I, you know, should. I mean, it's important to rely on people. We need each other. Um, it's important to collaborate with people, but sometimes you work with people, and they disappoint you so much. It kind of makes you like not want to work with people. That's why I'm learning how to produce, and I'm learning how to edit, and I'm learning how to do all this stuff. It's so fucking irritating. Excuse my language, but I'm tired of being nice. It's just tiring. I need a break. Like, I'm a human being, I've been crying out, but I feel like no one has been listening. And so what ends up happening when nobody listens to you is you end up, you know, it'll drive you crazy, which it's just about done to me. Or, I don't like to say crazy because that's kind of like dismissive, but it'll drive you insane. You will lose your sanity. Or you just kind of have to tell yourself, you have to keep coaxing yourself and just keep saying these positive affirmations to keep yourself going. Because if you don't, like I said, it'll drive you mad. Even that, over time, that gets tiring. And you know I'm just I just feel like I don't have anything left. And God knows how much, God knows what I want to do. I really feel like I don't have anything left, though. There's only but so much you can take, and I'm reaching my limit. So it's just so fucking hard. I've become so fucking stressed out. Just need a break. But I'll be okay. I'm gonna, I have no choice but to keep pushing on. It's just hard. Hey, it's me. I still have not completed an album. It's really the same thing. I've just been trying to get these ideas that I've had in my head for the past several years out, and they still have not, um, still have not come out yet. I feel like I should put the music aside for right now and focus on other things. Like, I bought a new camera that I would like to start doing some of my films on. I'm trying to take things one step at a time, really, because I, you know, you can only do so much. You know what I mean? I've been trying to do everything myself, and it's just not easy. I just want to put my stuff out already. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of saying it. It's like the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And it's all about the money too. You know, it's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins. You need money to do everything. It fucking sucks. I mean, it's come to the point where it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. It feels like work. And that's when you know you probably need to step back. And so that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the music and everything aside for right now. You know, if something comes to me, I'm still going to write it. You know, God willing, you know, I'm still going to, you know, work on that. But I'm just not going to put as much energy and focus on that. I'm going to just try to focus on other things. One thing that I noticed is that everything that I wanted to happen, everything that I planned on having happen, did not happen. Everything. It's like every dream that I had is not coming true, and it kind of makes me feel, you know, that gets to you. That gets to you. So what I'm trying to do now is just try not to put. One of the lessons that I'm learning is I'm trying not to put so much emphasis on um, time. I'm trying to do things, projects, and everything based on putting them out when they're ready to come out. You know, um, and not putting a time limit on anything because that's just going to hold me back. So, anyway, that's been my story. Same old, same old. It's been a while. Um, Today is my 25th birthday. I've been on this planet for 25 years. I've just been uh, working pretty much. I got my things in order now as far as my goals, my long-term goals and my short-term goals as they are right now. They're gonna change, I'm sure, over time as I evolve. Since last we spoke, I've been just been educating myself on everything that I want to do and in every field that I want to go. Um, yeah, I've just been trying to not let things get to me. Um, you know, again, I've been working, saving up, um, worked on my vision board, which I guess is not really a vision board because usually vision boards have a bunch of pictures on them and stuff. And uh, my vision board is more so words. So I guess it's like a vision board with words and quotes and stuff like that. And um, that has really helped me a lot in going towards towards my goals, my long term goals and my short term goals, the things that I want to do. Um, because before I was kind of I had tunnel vision, and you know, I've always been really ambitious, but um, I guess now I'm just a little more smarter. Yeah, I'm just a little more smarter with smarter about the way I go about uh, achieving those goals. Um, yeah, so that's really helped me a lot. My vision board slowly but surely is picking up the pieces. Um, you know, I felt really broken for a while, so this really the vision board really helped a lot with that. I'm not pressuring myself about time like I used to, because you know, I mean, what's the point? You don't. I feel like if you when I stopped, because I can only speak for myself. So when I stopped worrying about time and this has to come out on this time and I have to do this and giving myself all these deadlines. When I stopped doing that, I just felt so much more comfortable because there was nothing that I was working against. And you know, people always say, "Oh, you know, time doesn't wait for no one," and you know, people like kind of put this rush on everything and time. And when you just take your time and don't worry about that, you know, you get so many great things done, and it's so much less stress that you put on yourself and your mind and your body. There was a quote that I came across that said something to the effect of, you know, birds, animals, they don't They don't worry about time like we do. You know, we're rushing to work, we're rushing to go here. They don't worry about that stuff. So, you know, why should we? I mean, we're humans, we're animals just as much. So, you know, why should we? That's pretty much it. So, yeah, just checking in. It's been months since we last spoke, so that's what I've been working on. Um, just taking my time, taking my time. It is December 31st, 2015. These are the last few moments of 2015. What have I learned this year? This year I've learned that it's okay to let things go and to be yourself. It's okay to break out of the shell or come out of your cocoon, and you know, you have to live for yourself. So I feel a lot better about myself today than I did a year ago. Um, and that's thanks to my faith and knowing that there's the best is yet to come, and that there's going to be a better tomorrow. And my faith has really helped me do that. So I've also learned how important it is to let people go. You know, sometimes you have to leave people where they are and continue on your path, and that's okay. You might be in love with the person, but if that energy is not coming back to you, you can't waste time on it. You have to move on. And if someone leaves you, you know, on your path, you have to let them. You have to let people leave you. That's okay. Life is not over. Get your ass up and continue on and do what you got to do. You know, it's okay. We all go through that. So it's fine. This year, I've really, really been educating myself on what I want to do. I finally this year I finally found my little lane, my little spot, you know, of what works best for me, and that's very important to find out what works best for you. So that's what I did. I just and it I had to take a break and I had to step back and I had to step away from everything to find that. I'm still really ambitious and I'll always be ambitious. I've always been ambitious, so that's not going to change. But I'm also a lot more realistic, and that's because I've been educating myself and I've see what what I want, and I'm older now, and I just know a little bit more than I did before. So um, that's why I feel like I'm so ready to grab the motherfucking bull by the horns and ride that son of a bitch. When you have these ideas in your head for all this time and you just want it to come out, but you can't, you don't know what you're doing, it drives you insane. So now I feel like I'm ready to let these ideas go and do what I was meant to do. Do what I was meant to do. I think that's really important to just take some time out for yourself and look at yourself honestly. Honestly look at yourself and see what you're doing right and see what you're doing wrong and evaluate yourself so that you can move on. That is what separates successful people from people who aren't successful. And I'm not just talking about successful in the workplace or in your career or success based on how much money you make, but successful people in the sense that whatever you put your mind to, you'll be successful at. Whatever you decide to do, whether you decide to wash dishes, in a certain amount of time, if you know yourself and if you know what you're good at and know how you can do things and know what your strengths and your weaknesses are, then you can wash those dishes in your personal record time. And it's also about being your best. You don't have to be the best, but you have to be your best. you have to reach your highest potential. And so I would not have known that if I didn't stop all the craziness that I was doing before, and really and stop trying to, overwork myself, which I sometimes still do, and I'm working on that. But stop and really look at myself honestly and see what I could do better. I've been working on my vision board, and I've been writing my goals down, and I'm slowly checking off the list of all the things that I've done. And I still have a lot of work to do. And, with some of these ideas, I don't know if honestly, I don't know if they'll come to life the way I wanted to, but it all starts with a vision, with your vision. And so I have this vision, so I'm going to work my ass off until it's alive. I'm ready to transfer all these thoughts that I have and then bring them to life now. Those are my wishes for myself. To be a better artist, be a better person, and to continue to grow. So here's the 2016. Here we go. Let's do it. As you can see, my arm is in a sling. I was longboarding. And I took a tumble. I'm trying to find ways to save. Obviously, my motto is it's all about the Benjamins. So I was trying to find ways to save money. So I said, I'm going to buy a longboard, and I'm going to longboard to work and not take the damn train or bus. And so this is how I turned out. This is how I turned out. But this is gonna put me back a couple months because I have to heal and everything, obviously. And that just sucks because there were things that I was planning on doing that's now gonna be on hold. So that means when I am better, I have to work my ass off to make up for the time that's lost. I mean, I was already doing that, but now I'm gonna really have to make up for some lost time. So this is my situation right now. I took a tumble off my longboard, and this is the result: broken elbow. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't take that long to heal. This is my first broken bone though, so it's kind of cool because I never had anything like this before. So it's kind of cool. I'm gonna start rocking them slings now. Yep. All right. Well, until I'm better, I'll talk to you later. Today is May 12th, 2016. I'm doing much better. My arm is not in a cast anymore. Thank God I'm able to get back to work. That injury really has put a lot of stuff on hold. The injury happened in January. It's now May, and there was so much stuff that I was planning on doing that I couldn't because everything got pushed back because I broke my arm. So I'm here today. Today is the present. That was the past. What can I do today to better myself? And the answer to that is just to keep on keeping on. I've been investing in myself. I'm slowly but surely, I'm getting to where I want to be. It's been such a difficult road. I'm optimistic that it's going to get better. It's just been so hard. It's like so much stuff keeps happening, and I just want to I just want to see my dreams come true. And it's taken so long, but I'm getting closer. Just gotta keep working hard. And some bumps and some bruises along the way. But I'm here today. It's one day at a time, one step at a time. See you soon. So updates. I have put up my website. I've, finally got that out of the way. I can check that off my list. I bought my camera equipment so I could record and take photos, and do most of that work myself. So I'm really excited about that. I'm so happy that I reached that point now. I feel like things are going forward and moving forward. I still have a lot of work to do. I still have to record some more stuff and check a few more things off my list. But um, I'm happy about that. I feel like I'm the MVP. I'm the MVP of my life and of my family and of my friends. I'm kind of like not physically exhausted, but mentally drained. Um, Mentally exhausted because I've been doing so much. I've been doing so much for so many other people, and I haven't really been focusing on myself. I'm making strides, like I said. I'm making progress, doing a lot of great things. I just definitely need a vacation. I need to get away from everybody, just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. I need that. I think we all need that. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't recognize that, and then so that's why we end up breaking down, or we just continue to cycle and do our daily life ritual every day, and we forget about what taking care of our mental um, our mental health. And so I've been saying this for like the longest. I definitely need to like get away from everybody, like everybody. Turn off my phone, take a minute for myself, because these past few years I feel like I haven't done that. I've been like the MVP of everybody's lives except my own. I've been doing so much for everybody else except, myself. So um I need to focus on myself a little bit. All right. That's my little update for y'all. I'll see you soon. Today's date is December 12th, 2016, 12 p.m. in the afternoon. So, you know what that means. That means today I'm 26 years old. Usually on my birthday, I reflect on what my life has been so far on this planet. This year, like every year, has just been a learning experience. So going into next year, I'm definitely going to make the best out of it. It's a new year. It's going to be a new chapter. Um, and I look forward to that. I'm ready to move on and move to the next stage of my life. But yeah, this is my 26th birthday. Um, more to come. More to come. I look forward to the future. It's 12 a.m. January 26th, 2017. I'm just getting over pneumonia. I was sick with pneumonia for a while. Very, very tough time for me. But I'm better now. I'm getting better now. I took a break, which I'm glad I did, because I needed to. We need that every so often. You need to just take a break and clear your mind. But I'm really ready to just get this thing going. But that's the challenge, focusing on your own original work, with balancing doing auditions, working on other projects. I mean, I'm kind of doing like a little bit of everything, and and then you have your 9 to 5, your job. I'm doing a lot, but I know as time goes on, I'm going to get better at doing that. I really want to stick to my sort of my New Year's resolution, which was just make the best out of 2017, and just put my career first, and no more games. Work on my body. You can't think about it too much, or maybe you can. Maybe that keeps people motivated. But I know for myself, I, I want to think about it because I'm always thinking about the future. But um, I probably shouldn't because I need to, just take one step, one day at a time. I was working on these series of spoken word pieces. So I started doing that, and then so that's phase one of this year. Phase two of this year, what I'm thinking is putting some skits online, acting, my own. As far as these are all my own personal, projects. So phase two would be the acting, putting up some more dance videos, particularly one dance video that I have in mind. Possibly maybe working on music again. I mean, I kind of put that on hold for a really long time, and I haven't really been thinking about that much. But maybe in the future, maybe depending on how everything goes, maybe work on some more music. So yeah, so far so good. I got sick, but I took some time to rest, and um, now I'm back and I'm ready to get back to the show, back on the road, back on the road. All right, peace.
The whole Phoenix project was a learning experience. I really grew up during that time. Even though things didn't go exactly as I planned, I kept creating. I had ideas for several projects after the Phoenix. I wanted to do, this Afrocentric project called The Prince. I wanted to do this project about depression called Gray. I wanted to do this project about anger called Dark Phoenix. Then I realized that these were just all reflections of me, reflections of an artist. Whatever I decide to do, I make sure I do my research. But there comes a point where you have to start doing. And that was my problem. I kept just learning and reading and soaking up this information, but I wasn't doing. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. You got to take the bull by the horns and you got to take the initiative. That's when I decided to do Reflections of. Reflections of was my opportunity to take my career into my own hands and do what I wanted to do. I made some investments in myself. I also made some sacrifices. I got rid of my queen size bed for a futon so I could have more space in my room to record.
Why is it doing that? Oh, because it's
I wanted to put my career into my own hands and showcase my talents. Everything was filmed in my room, very minimal. And I learned so much about myself during that project.
Liquor store, liquor store, liquor store. I need that high, feeling kinda low. Where's the liquor store? I need some more. Don't worry though. Tomorrow I'll wake up and not remember a thing. I look in the eyes of my family as if everything was the same. The liquor store ain't to blame. Dear human race, I prayed for us last night. Did you feel my tears? Did you hear my cry? Dear human race, are we still at war? I thought things had changed. Guess we'll have to die some more. Thank you isn't enough for the sacrifices you've made. You see, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't know the euphoria of the stage. Your hard work was plenty. Now your legacy will go unscathed. I am the blind dancer. I cannot see. But that does not stop me from being the best that I can be. I always bear my soul in hopes to inspire the ultimate goal. Listen, tell us why
I
you think
especially
you do
learned that
this
I
job
could
in particular.
transfer my sense of humor to the screen.
Because I need the money.
I mean, I'm pretty silly around my friends and by myself, but didn't think that I could be funny on screen. It resonated with people. Expressing myself through my spoken word poetry, acting, and dance was so liberating.
Today's date is June 27th, 2017. On June 25th, 2017, my grandfather's spirit left his body. My grandfather was my favorite person in the world. He was, my patriarch. He was like the hero of my family. But he's moved on, and he and every one of my loved ones, and whoever's watching this, any of your loved ones, they're always with us. And so now we're planning his, I don't like to say funeral, we're planning his memorial, his celebration of life is what I like to call it. Yeah, that's just been what's been going on. I was actually just watching, it's An American Tale, Five Goes West is the name of the movie. It's this animated movie from the early 90s that is like, a Western, almost like a Western animated cartoon with these little mice and cats and dogs. And my grandfather was a huge fan of Westerns, and watching that, I got a little emotional. Yeah. I'm thankful for the memories and the moments that we had and the things that he taught me. I'll never forget, ever forget. All right. I'll see y'all soon. Today's date is July 6th, and tomorrow is my grandfather's funeral. I like to call it the celebration of life, because that's what it is. But it's just going to be such an emotional thing that I don't know how it's going to go. Right now, I am filled with really a lot of different emotions. There's so much stuff going on, and the most important thing is just trying to be strong and trying to be strong, trying to process everything. And these next couple of months are going to be really, really hard and really tough. My grandfather, was my favorite person in the world, and he was my last grandparent, and he was like the only person I could go to who I felt like I could get inspired by. And I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss all the physical things, but I'm always gonna have him in my heart, and he's always gonna be a part of me. And the same with my Uncle Nate, and the same with Grandma Louise, and the same thing with Grandma Thelma, same thing with Grandpa Johnny, Uncle Richard, all these people who came before me and who are no longer here physically are always going to be a part of me, of my being. And I'm thankful that I had that opportunity to spend time with him. I have to be my best, or their lives were in vain. and their hard work was for nothing if I'm not giving my best. So I have to give my best, and I you know, again, not having any more grandparents, that's something that's really hard to accept. I feel strong, and I feel empowered and thankful for the lessons that Grandpa gave me that I'll never ever forget. So I just want to talk about that. Hey, what's up? What's up? It's January 2nd, 2018. It's 2018. It's wow. Thankful for all the things that I have, all the small things that I have that I sometimes overlook. You know, I thank God, the universe, the creators, for everything. I'm very, very fortunate for the things that I have. This year, I don't want to neglect the thing that I was put on this earth to do, because then I'm not fulfilling my purpose. There were so many times throughout the year that I felt like I didn't, I felt like I didn't know what to do with my life and myself because of so many things that were happening around me. I'm so thankful that I made it through all of that, because it makes me stronger. You know, at least I can look back at that and kind of be motivated, you know. Like I came through that, you know. Sometimes you're reduced to ashes and you got to rise up like a phoenix. And 2017 wasn't, there was so many beautiful moments that happened. One of the highlights of the year was going whale watching in Cape Cod, because that's something I've always wanted to do ever since I was a kid. And I got to do that. It was awesome. It was one of the most beautiful experiences of my entire life. And getting to perform in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and being naked on stage in front of like 75 plus people was an experience I'll never forget. I feel like if you could dance completely naked in front of a crowd of people like that, you can do anything in the world. Nothing can stop you. Those are some great experiences. Now it's time to continue to grow even more and be great in each moment. That's what I'm thinking about. It's 2018. Let's rise. Let's rise. Today is December 12th, 2018, and today I am 28 years old. I'm so thankful for all the beautiful moments and blessings I have in my life, and I'm learning to live in the moment a lot more. I've gone through so much stuff this year, but no force of nature can break my will to self-motivate. Ready to continue to work hard and work on my dreams and my goals. And I've learned a lot, of course, like I always do. I'm learning how to go through this journey a little better. Again, I'm just thankful for all the lessons that I've learned, and all the blessings that I have, like my family and my friends. I am a phoenix. Happy birthday to me.
Hey, so it is January 2nd, 2019. Happy New Year. I'm doing well. I am looking forward to getting more things done this year, artistically, not wasting any time. I got a lot of things done last year in 2018, so I want to keep that ball rolling, keep that momentum going, and just continue to just keep God first and not lose sight of my goals. Always gonna go back and remind myself, look at the old writings that I used to write as inspiration to keep moving forward, really, and never forget that little kid that I was, who was really ambitious, and I still am that kid. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from people who don't have your best interest at heart and don't really care about you. Be around people who are humble and people who bring you up, make you better as you do to them. That's what I look forward to. I learned a lot from people. I'm not surprised. Like I said, people don't never surprise me anymore. I learned not to compromise my art in 2018. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me how I should do anything, how I should sing, how I should dance, how I should act. I'm an artist. I take that very seriously. It's more than just a thing to me, and I can't let somebody tell me how to do that. I don't care who you are or how much you think you know. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, and you can't teach a dumb dog nothing.
I know how much power I have. I want to balance being an entrepreneur and being an artist, an entrepreneur, if you will.
It is December 12th, 2019, and today I am 29 years old. I spent the day really just chilling and not really doing much because for the past several months I've been working really hard and grinding to try to make my dreams a reality. And I finally feel like, I'm stepping into my own now. I'm becoming more of a businessman and everything is coming together. This feels really, really great. I have a lot to be thankful for, and I am moving forward.
Being an artist teaches you patience. I used to be so impatient, but I've learned to be patient with my impatience. I wouldn't trade being an artist in for anything. And I take my job as an artist really seriously.
See you watching till you wanna know. See you watching till you wanna show. Watching Jay Jackson, that's where I get it from. Watching Jay Jackson, that's where I get it from. Said you wanna know just where I get it from. Said you wanna know just where I get it from. Watch Jay Jackson, that's where I get it from. Now watch the Phoenix, cause I just begun.
Throughout this journey, I've learned that the thing I love most is performing, bringing the message to the people. I want to be known as one of the greatest performers of all time, who is doing it his way.
It's September 17th, 2020. I can't even speak because I'm so exhausted. It's been a long week, and these past few weeks and these past few months, obviously with the pandemic and everything, has been rough, but it's just been a rough couple of months for many reasons. Just so many fucking reasons. I'm definitely moving forward though, and I am excited that I'm finally moving into my own place, and I can leave the nest, so to speak, because I've been wanting to do that since I graduated high school, basically, and came back here from college. Lately, things have just been so different. There's been so much change happening. Everything just feels different. I miss the days. I miss like the 90s. I miss the 90s. I always talk about that, but I really do. I really miss the 90s, and I miss those days, and I miss the people that were here physically. Because everything just feels so different now. It doesn't feel the same. Nothing feels the same. And there's so much chaos outside of my home, but also inside of my home. And dealing with just so much stuff that would drive a person insane. You know, especially because I'm trying to like keep my head on straight and you know, just kind of do the right thing, you know, which is so hard, especially in times like this. Like, it's easy to just lose your mind, you know, in times like this, but I'm really trying to like stay strong and stay positive and productive. And so I'm really glad I'm moving, so I can do that more, because I feel like I've been really stifled here for a long time. And I'm not happy here. You know, I grew up here, but it does not feel the same. It's just so different. It's so chaotic and so much negativity, just everywhere, like I said, everywhere. And so I need to get away, finally. So I'm really happy I'm going to do that. Yeah, I will be officially starting my adult life tomorrow. See you soon.
With COVID, you know, I'm here in the house now, but my own home. And, you know, thank God for technology, because now I can still perform for people. You know, I can still do what I love, and, you know, there's no excuse. And I'm happy. I'm happy.
Everybody has to go through their hard times, you know. I guess the question is, who are you, or what are you after that? I learned that I'm a phoenix. I am a phoenix.